Keyan. Oh, oh, there you go. That's why I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me good now?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Cool. Well, I guess we started.
Yeah, how was your week?
Flying hot. I think it was pretty good. I don't remember much of it, but most of it was spent in my office staring at the inside of this basement. But the weather in Austin has been good. No one cares, but it was pleasant here.
How was
I
your New
think
Year's?
my New
New Year's
Year's.
Eve.
Oh yeah. I had a
What'd
cheeseburger.
you get into?
Got into a cheeseburger. There's a burger place here that I go to that has a monthly uh like special
Uh-huh.
burger of the month, and that was my special New Year's.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
it was very exciting. People were cheering me on.
When you were eating the cheeseburger?
Yeah, I think so.
Never heard of that before.
Or yeah, I don't think that happened, but
Yeah. Let me
that
see.
sometimes that would be nice. Anyway, how was your week and New Year's?
Hang on a
Other
second.
person.
I feel like I got something off here. Not getting audio here. Let's see here.
We're doing it live, huh, Car?
Well, settings seem like they've changed. We go here. Go here. That looks good.
Huh?
That looks good.
Oh, that's why we had the delay today. I get it. Okay. Well, how was your
Somebody check on their phone to see if it's recording our sound. Yeah, we've been.
did he use the same mixer thing?
Yeah, but I'm trying to. But it's not showing up as the USB, and I don't want to unplug everything unless it's actually working.
Yeah, he just wants to know audio is coming out other places.
Doesn't sound like it's coming out. Yeah. All right. Cool. There it goes. Awesome. We'll keep going. Everything sounds good. Yeah. If you've never seen this crazy show before, it's called Stacker.News Live. And we have cats that who land on their feet. Look at that. Look at that image.
We don't have cats. We should get a lab cat,
No.
like one that's like close to dying.
Mm-mm.
Like we adopt it, and that way, if we need to move, we can just
No.
it'll be dead.
No. Do you think that cat's gonna land on his feet right
I'm
there?
not disturbed. Why does the UFO look like a turd? He accentuated the turd. That's not that.
Oh, what do you mean the?
Because all I look at is the turd part. I don't read the caption. I don't know the context.
It's because it was just a rock, and then
It was a rock.
that Harvard guy was trying to spin psyops. It was kind of dumb. It made him really look dumb.
We don't know that he wasn't right. What are you talking
He
about?
wasn't. It already passed. Like all that. He predicted 2 of these were like UFOs.
Yeah, but
or
it does,
aliens.
just because it passed and it didn't like probe you in your sleep doesn't mean that
He literally said they were space ships.
He didn't literally say this.
Yeah,
He
said that they were going to deploy spaceships to Earth.
Okay, we're at the part where you just
True. I'll
make
find
things
it. I'll
up,
find it.
and then I have to tell you
I'll find it.
You're making things
later.
up, and then you're
I'll
like,
find it later.
no. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure he'll spend all night writing a research report for me.
I will literally find it where he said that they were
so that
deploying.
he can just continue to lie to us all right now.
Oh man,
That's right, buddy. Yeah.
Spicy.
How you doing today, Car? How was your New Year?
I was doing great, but apparently you want to push the alien psyop. But
I'm going hard in 2026, dude.
I guess so.
I'm not standing for this.
If you've never seen this crazy show, we're going to cover the top 3 stories of the week. The number 3 top story this week is Squatting Amsterdam Part 4, The Return of the Squatters. Keyan, what's this?
Yeah, Bitcoin graffiti back with another post. So this I think we've been covering these each week so far, so we should have a nice little series here. But last week in Bitcoin graffiti's squat in Amsterdam, his first squat, they got kind of forced out by the mafia that owned the flat that they were in. And then also there was like a renovation of the unit, so they kind of legally didn't have a right to be there anymore, which they're kind of sticklers for. Um, and so they moved out of there, but they then proceeded to squat in an abandoned pharmacy. I guess this takes place roughly around the financial crisis, and there was an abandoned pharmacy that one of his housemates, who I think is just a housemate and not a partner. I don't really know, but they spotted an empty pharmacy in another part of Amsterdam, and they proceeded to squat in that. And I guess it was, I think he said 200 square meters, which is lots of feet. And I think it's 200 square meters on the first floor, and then it had a basement of equal size. I guess this is a picture from one of the first nights they were there, where a lot of them occupy the room or like sleep there. You have all your friends sleep over, so that it's harder to get you out of there. And I guess he went and looked through some of his old boxes and found one of the squatting manuals he had. I think this is an abbreviated version. Like a beginner's version, and I guess they have a more detailed version that has more stuff in it. In this episode, he covers them getting into the pharmacy, and then how they ended up staying there. I guess the pharmacist, or not the pharmacist, the real estate person who owned the pharmacy, they were cool with them squatting in it. They made an arrangement with the real estate agent made an arrangement with the squatters, such that the squatters would allow them to show it to potential renters and move out if someone did agree to rent it. But in the meantime, they wanted like be able to comfortably occupy the pharmacy. And the real estate person was cool with it, so they were able to do that. What else happened that I'm trying to remember? Oh, yeah, and at the bottom here, you see they had a giveaway shop where they just give away things for free. I guess they had like a room, maybe one that was facing outward. I don't know if it was, these aren't pictures of theirs. I think it's another one in town. But I guess 2 days a week, people could come and get free stuff, and people could drop stuff off. So it was kind of like a thrift store, but free. And then he also details how some of the other like French squatters who occupied two other places on the exact same street, and them like partying with them. I guess he had like a spiritual MDMA experience and had 6 months of afterglow. But it sounds like it's a great it sounds like an awesome time. I just read Dr. O's book that it's just like it's causing flashbacks for me of that book. What was it called? Walk Away, which is sort of like a squatting book. This is almost exactly what happened, or the vibe is identical to what happened in Walk Away. And this guy's really living a story. So
What's this down here?
Where? You mean the picture that
You said sneak peek.
Oh yeah, so he published another episode. He called it a bonus episode, so I'm not I wonder if he's going to later detail more. But a few days after this, or a day or two, he posted pictures of the guide, some of the like other papers that he had from around the time, like when he was in the mafia flat. One of the neighbors wrote to like the local government that the flat had been empty for a year, which is like required. So he shared that note. He shared some other notes, like his research notes on places that he was going to squat in that he found in those boxes. So that's what that is.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to get a squatting territory here pretty soon.
I would guess not, but it's really not a whole lot of.
I don't know. Looks like it's a whole underground squatting world I didn't even know about.
Yeah, I think it is it's more common than people think.
I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Could be a sign of the times as well, too.
I would not. This happened years ago. So this happened a decade ago. So more than a decade ago. 2 decades
Maybe
ago.
not.
So
pretty cool stuff. Yeah. You got anything else on this?
No, I think I've thoroughly covered it, and I hope there's more episodes. I hope we learn more about. I don't know. It's just so fascinating to me.
All right,
I
we're gonna
love it.
move on to the next one. The number two top story is from airline pilot to Bitcoiner. My story. This is from Anon. 10 comments, 15,000 sats. Keyan, what's this?
Yeah. So Anon, we don't know who Anon is because they posted as Anon, but Anon describes how they arrived at Bitcoin, and I guess they tie it pretty closely to their career in aviation. They got a degree in liberal arts at college somewhere, and I guess worked in liberal arts, but then got kind of fatigued or bored by that career path. And their father was a pilot in the Air Force, and so they decided to go back to school, but for being a pilot, and then trained for being a pilot, and it seems to really fell in love with it. That's his favorite pilot book. And he says he basically read it night and day and just, yeah, seemed to really fall in love with flying. Um, yeah, a lot of the mechanics, a lot of the engineering. He talks a lot about energy and how many like systems for using energy and storing energy there are in a plane, and how they're all kind of working in tandem and like interdependent. Fundamentally, how everything ties into energy, or it's not possible without energy. Then he describes how, I guess during COVID, they were doing a lot of cargo flights from the UK to the United States. And I guess one flight in particular, they arrived like early morning in the UK, and he was supposed to stay there overnight, and somehow he had gotten, I don't know, curious about Bitcoin. And then he said he's, rather than going to sleep, even though he was extremely tired, he spent 9 hours like going down the rabbit hole on Bitcoin and learning about Bitcoin. And then eventually became a Bitcoiner. But he says he says it wouldn't have been possible had he not had this engineering background or the familiarity with the dependence on or like the value of a flight, or the value of transporting things, or flying in general, how dependent it is on energy. If that connection hadn't been made for him by being a pilot, he would have never maybe seen Bitcoin as valuable as he did at the time. And it was a really awesome post. I really liked it. It helped me think about planes a lot differently. Like one of the things he says is that a plane is constantly going between airspeed. It's converting energy that it is like stored in its speed into altitude, and then it can then transfer that energy that's stored in altitude into airspeed. And it's almost like that. You can almost, like, cars don't do that. Cars don't allow.
Whoa, just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. Cars don't do that. They have no way of really storing the energy like that, like you can with a plane. Like you can just by simple, you can go high up in a plane, and then later you can turn that into um, lots of speed, and vice versa. You can't in the car, because the car is just kind of flat. It doesn't really do that. But you guys can go up high on a hill, but it's not the same anyway. But I found that like kind of like blew my mind a little. Um, and it sounds like he had a similar experience with
Cool stuff.
learning about flying.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of planes. I watch a lot of the plane disaster videos on YouTube all
You're,
the time.
you're a big fan of plane disasters.
I watch them all, dude. I look forward to any new ones that come out, and then I'll watch it, and then you can just dissect like. So, I've seen a lot of disasters with planes for sure. At least have 20 hours clocked in. I would say at this point. Um, Say that again.
Blood Poet wants to know what your analysis of the Malaysia flight is.
Yeah,
Do you
that
have
one's a
one?
little different. That one they did like a 2 hour episode on it. It was pretty thorough. Um,
Not aliens.
no, definitely not. That one is more the government. I think was hiding stuff. The Malaysian government was hiding stuff because in the episode they
Those
talked about how
Malaysians.
they knew it was missing like right away and they just didn't tell anybody. Um, I think it's very likely it got shot down. That's just my guess. Just after seeing all these episodes.
Do you have any?
No, it's just like because the everything else checked out. Like the guy was normal. There was nothing wrong with the pilot himself. Um, I remember at the time there was this guy he used to hang out with back when that happened, and he said that there were some people that were building like microchips or something on that plane, and um, but he was just like some weird hippie from South Austin. But
So they didn't get into that. So they shot.
no, they didn't get into any of like the all that kind of stuff. But I think
They were working on some kind of.
I think there was some kind of like I don't know. I don't have any proof of it. Let's hope not. That'd be terrible if that happened.
If
But
what?
yeah, if some government shut them down, it'd be terrible.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
don't. But you said they were shot down,
No,
or the
the
government's
episode
covering
just
it.
covered it
Okay.
like it was a normal episode, and then it talked about like the things that could have happened, and then they talk about the wreckage that they did find because they found the wreckage, but it was like way completely far away from where it initially had went.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, or it could have just been something where he like landed the plane and, but there was no
Disappear.
evidence of the pilot, at least from what I saw in that episode.
You mean no evidence that the pilot would have done anything
Like
out of the
this,
ordinary?
yeah, out of the ordinary. So it's a good episode. Yeah, I watch a lot of plane stuff, but this is really fascinating. I like all these buttons.
Yeah, I'm always confused when I see a panel like that, but it's kind of cool to see it all listed out.
Yeah.
I wonder how comfortable they become with where everything is eventually.
Well, I just found out about the CO2 stuff. Apparently, like when you're in a plane, remember you were telling us the other day, like when you're in a plane, you're suffocating yourself
Yeah.
sitting on the tarmac.
Well, I don't know about suffocating, but yeah, you're getting more CO2 than your body would like, I think.
Pretty cool stuff. Jump into the final top story. The number one top story of the week is 24 hours left to apply for the 2026 Bus Challenge. Keyan, what's this?
Yeah, so the boss folks are, I guess it's closed already, so there's not much use in us really promoting this, but Chain Code is doing the boss challenge, which is like their Bitcoin open source boot camp, and they get you contributing to open source very early so that you can go on to do it. And then they have a video here where a lot of their the prior cohorts like detail their experience and how nice that was. Yeah, but I hope you applied if you plan to apply. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, applications closed on December 31st. And then January 12th is the Saving Satoshi Challenge, which I think they partnered up with the like narrative game, the Bitcoin game that they have. I don't know how that's related to the boss challenge, but
I think they just wanted you to have that completed by the 12th
oh, that's
before it starts. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. At least that was my understanding.
Oh,
Pretty cool stuff. Love to see it. I think there's a lot of communities, hubs that were participating with it. It was really awesome to see. Cool. I think that's all. That's all the top stories of the week. We're gonna jump into our stories this week. Let's just go straight into Wumble's picks. This segment's called Wumble's Picks, where we dive into the wonderful world of Wumble and all his picking that he does every week. Wumble's Picks, brought to you by no one. Keyan, what's this?
oh, Wumbo. That's brought to you by Wumbo. Wumbo wants us to talk about this lightning powered encrypted file sharing service. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You add a file and you pay an invoice, and they give you a link that you can share with someone else where they can download the file. And the link itself contains the decryption key. And that's it.
If it works.
So the file is encrypted and stored on their servers. I haven't read the code. I don't even know if it's open source, so I can't verify any of the claims that are
Boom.
made here.
Somebody pay it.
I don't know. I don't know if we have any watchers because we started late, and then
Yeah,
plus
we'll
no
see
one
somebody
watches
paying
this
it.
podcast.
But yeah, I just uploaded just an image of the cover.
I did one of these earlier today. I did one earlier today to make sure it worked, and it appeared to work.
Doesn't look like there is a file limit, is there?
Yeah, 5 GB.
Oh, 5 GB. Oh, that could be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually
So Wumble did have a question. His question was,
he didn't have
go.
a question.
Actually, let me go back to the notes because it's right here.
He didn't have a
It's
question.
it's cool. Hey, Keyan, let me run the show.
All right,
Thanks.
sure, yeah.
No question this week. Just would like your guys' thoughts on the service. There you go. That was his question.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's cool. It's fun. This is like a replica of another service that I like called wormhole.app. Um,
Wormhole.app.
yeah, which basically does the exact same thing. It's like same premise. You upload a file, an encrypted file. You don't have to pay though. It's free because
Does
I
he
think
use
the
Doster or something or what?
no, this is not associated with Jack Dorsey or any of those people. Yeah, I mean it could be, but it's got a cool vibe, so maybe it is. Um, yeah, it was written by some guys. I think they intended to turn it into a business, but then they went on to start this other business called Socket. So this is like it's kind of like content marketing in the form
So
of a
this is
product.
10 gigs. Wow.
I saw another. I think they've probably moved it up. There used to be 5 gigs here too.
Let's see if I can do this one. Let's see. Let's see if this is really true.
But I've used this before. I'll usually like also
Oh wow,
encrypt
there it
it.
goes. Dang, that was fast. There you go. If you want to scan that, that's the link.
What did you
I just
upload?
uploaded the cover art for the episode.
Oh, okay. Well,
And then this is the one still waiting for the sets to go.
anyway,
Let's see if I can
this is like the same premise. It's
see what it looks
encrypted
like.
client side, uploaded to their servers. The link has the
Oh, there it
decryption key
goes.
in it.
Stacker.News live. Doesn't show the file, but it shows that it's there.
Yeah.
Expires in 24 hours or after 100 downloads. Interesting.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So I don't, there are direct incentives for the people at the Lightning version of this service to keep running it because they're getting paid to run the service. So I would bet on their service running longer than the free one. Because the free one they might decide to take the free one offline because it's just a cost to them.
Yep.
But these guys are making money, and that's the primary difference. Is you can maybe feel a little more comfortable using Satoshi Send because you're paying them to use it, and they have incentive to kind of respond to your support requests and stuff. The other guys might not. I don't know, but the other guys are. I like the other guys.
I was thinking you could run your own hostable version as well.
Oh yeah, and that's the other. I guess it is open source, and it'd be cool to have like a network of these. But
Looks like Alec made it. I don't see where his there you go. That's who made it. Boom. Looks like he's built some other cool stuff.
I wrote it in Go, and maybe he'll support it, extend it beyond what wormhole.app provides, because they have like a roadmap that it looks like they're just never going to get to, and so maybe he can.
Yeah, I don't think they have a GitHub though. They don't have a GitHub. It looks like.
I don't think their product is open source. No.
Yeah. So who knows where that's going? But it's there.
Yeah, if you're going to use either of these services, I highly recommend doing additional encryption out of band that is actually code like peer reviewed. Like I'll usually use OpenSSL, encrypt something, add it to like use wormhole.app with the encrypted file, and
Satoshi Send.
yeah.
This is brought to you by no one and Wumble's Picks this week. The wonderful world of Wumbles and his picks. The wonderful world of Wumble. How about that, Keyan?
Yeah, great.
We're gonna jump into Keyan's pick this week. He's a big fan of Star Wars. What's this, Keyan?
Yeah, so it looks like I Hate Vake
Is this fake?
is reading books. No, I think this is probably Vake's enemy. His name is I Hate Vake.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
if it were Vake, it'd be at Vake. So yeah, or I love Vake, or Vake is handsome, or something.
Vake is pretty handsome.
Oh, I didn't know you were into
Oh,
that.
calm down.
Okay.
He's a handsome guy.
You could be. Yeah. So he read. I guess this is part of the like pre-Disney canon,
Oh
the
Lord, here we
Star Wars
go.
expanded universe, which I guess Disney has kind of disowned or like separated the movies from. And I guess he went and read it, and I think it's widely considered by Star Wars fans to be better than the Disney alternative. Um, Most of this is a spoiler of the book, but it talks about like the prequel movies. So like right leading up to the movies, the more modern or the first set of modern Star Wars movies that were put out, which were like pre the originals. So this takes place before that, and the Sith that existed before Palpatine.
Did you know all this stuff before, or did you have
No,
to?
I know. I learned it from this. I just read this. I'm.
You sound like such a Star Wars nerd
I
now.
didn't know.
Keep going, keep going. I want to know how
I'm
much
not
more you
actually.
know.
I actually find all this stuff super.
Because you're a Star Trek guy, aren't you?
I
You're
like
a
them
Trekkie.
all.
You're a Trekkie.
I
I think
I
we've
like
had
them
this
all.
conversation on a prior episode. I
Um.
think you said you were into Star Trek more.
Yeah. I don't. You're trying to create a rivalry where there really isn't one because I don't have much of a side to pick,
Okay.
but I do. You know, when growing up, there was a stigma around Star Trek people
Trekkies.
that didn't exist for Star Wars people for some reason.
Because it was just the standard,
What
you
about
know.
Spaceballs, yeah, I think that was mostly
I didn't like it.
those were like stoner nerds. That would be, yeah,
It was
where,
for the people that made fun of the people that watch Star Wars. Yeah.
yeah. But this is a cool review. This is Spake actually. I guess he read two books recently, and this is the first one that he released, and he did another one a day or two ago. But
Yeah, I have to agree with him. I think it would have been better off like if we would have gotten if Disney would have used the prior canon that Lucas had already set up for him, things would have gone way better. I think just the man, just the Disney, just the way Disney. I mean, just during, I guess it was during the pandemic that Disney just became really, man, it just went another way, man. They even ruined Snow White. I don't know if you saw that. So
I
that's
didn't
bad.
watch Snow White.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I know that people, yeah, didn't like it.
But most kids these days don't even know that there was a different Star Wars, so it won't matter. Kids will love it regardless.
Yeah, it's ultimately it's still science fiction, and it's still
Yeah.
exploring the wider universe, and that's just gonna be appealing to people.
I guess our generation will have the books, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think people will read it, and everyone will be illiterate like 50 years from now,
Yeah.
probably.
I wonder if they have them on Audible.
Wait, go play that gift down in the comments.
This one?
Yeah.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Okay.
Is it possible to learn this power? Is what he
Is that
said.
what he says, or that's what he looks like?
That's Hayden Christensen.
He looks like he's on fire.
Oh wow, look at that. I mean, they had so much stuff there, dude. Anyways, rest in peace. Star Wars pre-canon, pre Disney. Your other pick was "Hi, I'm here to fix Bitcoin with my LLM." This from Scoresby. What was this, Keyan?
Yeah, so Scoresby found some more like pleb slop, some more Bitcoin developer slop, where someone is like is attempting to release an alternative Bitcoin protocol implementation, or at least a consensus library, and it seems to be entirely
Vibe coded.
vibed.
Wow.
And a lot of the like motivating documents also super vibes, like tons of like unrelated jargon that it is somehow they're claiming is like uniquely intersected in their project. And yeah, I guess they have some relation to Bitvault, which is another LLM like
So
vibed
the
project.
website is the Bitcoin Commons? Like the Bitcoin Commons is on the street?
No, it's unrelated to that commons.
But that's the name of the thing?
They can use this name because it's not called that.
Yeah, that's Bitcoin Park down the street now.
Oh, okay. So what's the Bitcoin Commons? That's the name that the vibe coded thing is called?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They call it, yeah, they call it Bitcoin Commons. And they have they have pretty detailed documentation slop. And so you can go and get hypnotized by machine generated garbage.
At the very bottom it says why commons. You want to know why they call it that.
Where is that at?
Up the like back that you were just looking through.
Oh, right here?
Very, 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 very bottom of the page. Final back.
Okay.
It says why commons.
Oh, here. Oh, it's the failure. Traditional Commons fail due to the tragedy of the Commons. Oh, here we go. Man, it's crazy stuff.
I don't think they understand what a commons is, but that's like another aspect to this. So this, yeah, I think it's just interesting. I think we're going to see a lot more of this. We're getting sort of DOS attacked by AI slop, and I think this is, it's just going to increase by quite a bit as time goes on. I guess they're in Strategies Incubator, or
Really?
they have some they have some
Wow.
relation to, they're at least using the facilities there at one point.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, MicroStrategy,
Does Michael Saylor
located
know?
in Virginia. Huh?
Does Michael Saylor know?
Does he know?
I don't think he knows much other than how to get sun on a yacht and be cool.
Tan, is he?
I don't know, man. That's
I know.
why.
I don't think he can.
That's why there's an application process.
He knows how to use sunscreen on the yacht.
Crazy stuff.
No, I don't think he would get. I don't think it's the sunscreen. I think it's like his natural skin screen.
Did everybody just ignore this except for Scoresby? I would imagine people just ignored it on Twitter.
No, I think a lot of
They
people.
engaged.
Yeah, so that's
Oh, cool.
that's what alerted Scoresby to its existence, and people like big names were engaging with all of this slop.
Oh, really?
Lynn Alden, Merch, Heavily Armed Clown. It's
Oh, wow.
Merch is clients.
Didn't they just have like a conference there or something?
conference where
At Strategy? Didn't they have like a developer conference there?
I don't know. I don't keep up to date with what's going on there, but yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess most of them engaged because there were like a lot of claims that were just outright, they were like hallucinated LLM stuff that a lot of them wanted to, I guess, make sure they publicly stated were not true. But good luck continuing to do that with all of the garbage that's going to be put out there.
Cool. Well, should be interesting to watch, see how it plays out. Get your popcorn ready. Snackers. Should be fun. Okay, cool. And then what else did you have? Was that your last one?
Those were it. Those were my two.
Oh, cool. Let's jump into the AI stuff. What if the people like slop? Coop. This is from another one from Scores.
They do like slop.
He said that this particular post here says AI slop report the global rise of low quality AI videos. And they had some key findings. And then Scoresby made a post that says, what if people like the slop? What do you think, Keyan? What if people like AI slop?
Well, why don't you tell me what you think of it, since your top post
I'm
first?
trying to keep the thing interesting, the show interesting by asking you questions.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. What do I think about AI slop? I know we just covered a post related to it. I think it's going to increase. I think pigs like slop. I think,
Wait a second.
yeah.
You said pigs like slop.
Yeah.
And you're calling people pigs.
I think like for most people who are like kind of stressed out and busy and have low attention spans, I think slop is going to suit them. It's like it's a Slurpee of internet content. It's a
I don't know. Slurpees are really good sometimes.
but well, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I watched these videos. They're actually, like I was sort of hypnotized by them. It's got
Yeah,
yeah, it's got like a humanoid type.
it's kind of jarring to me, to be honest. Like whenever I see this, like it's not. But I think kids don't know the difference. So you gotta. I think what they're doing is just getting them while they're young, and they won't know the difference.
I think you'd be surprised by how many adults probably watch this stuff. But
I think so.
yeah, I don't. There might be something in that report.
Elvis Mercury at the top comment said the slop discussion is interesting because it challenges a person to say what exactly is objectable or laudable. People have a gut intuition that slop is bad, but why is it bad? Yeah. I don't know.
I would agree. It's. I mean, it is hard to say why. Kind of wordy nonsense is from a machine is worse than wordy nonsense from another human being.
Yeah.
It is hard to articulate.
The next one was what I shared was the MIT roboticist calls out Elon Musk's fantasy of humanoid robot assistants. So this guy who made iRobot, is it iRobot or Roomba? One of those. He basically called out Elon and said that it's impossible to make a robot like Optimus. And yeah, I don't think Yahoo did him a service, so I went ahead and looked it up myself. So he actually did a whole piece about it, which is this right here, what Yahoo was grabbing from. And his whole point around it was just around the dexterity, but I don't think, and he doesn't mention it here, but he basically goes into like, here, let me see if I can open this up. Basically goes into the Gartner, what is this called again? The Gartner hype cycle? Or is it just called hype cycle? Where he talks about technologies and where they're at. And after 10 years, they tend to fade away or bottom out and then whatever. Plateau, basically. And then he's talking about where humanoid working robots are. So he's just trying to go into perspective about it. If you read the whole thing, I kind of skimmed through it. It's pretty fascinating. He cites a bunch of sources. It's pretty real about the limitations. He basically goes into like the different versions of robots and like where they're at. Then he gets into like his main kind of like sticking point about the robots. Like the main thing that he's saying is about dexterity, and he's saying that he's calling it human dexterity, and he's saying that human dexterity will never be able for Elon to kind of for robots to have human dexterity. It would take decades for that, and so he goes into a little bit more. Talks about it all through here. Then he finally get into the comments, and the comments is the best part because that's when everybody starts talking through all this stuff. But this particular comment I thought was really interesting. He says, however, allow me to play devil's advocate. Was it not long believed by deep learning skeptics that machines could never master language through big data alone because language refers to external things, which the machine do not access to? In other words, humans don't learn language by relating words to words. They learn language by relating words to things, to feelings, to actions. Could one say that LLMs also lack access to the right kind of data, yet nevertheless still manage to become quite proficient with language? Could that mean that with enough visual data, a robot could become dexterous as a human, just as LLMs became sufficient with language, even though they lack human senses and perceptions? So his whole argument is just basically calling out Elon because he's just using visual data, and he doesn't think that's how you're going to get there. And that's what this post is about. Yeah, thoughts?
No, I thought that was pretty. I love the comment. I thought that was pretty good. It's like, yeah, maybe all of your conceptions about how we achieve dexterity are wrong. Maybe, you should consider that. Yeah, unexpected things happen, unexpected discoveries that you can't predict in advance happen, and we get it faster. And I think that is a good point. I haven't read this post, so I don't know. I do know human hands are hard.
I think the only thing that he missed on, the only reason I know this is because I played music, but there's a difference between manual dexterity and then there's like, and I think what Elon's going after is application dexterity. And then what he describes is like human dexterity. But I think that's a totally different thing than what Elon's going after. Um, and I'm not defending Elon, but I do think he understands robots to a certain extent because he uses them with like Tesla plants and everything. So I think actually Elon is going after like application dexterity, meaning it's just supposed to be, it doesn't need to have like your fingertips don't need to know how much pressure you're putting on. It just needs to know that there's a hat there and it needs to grab it, right? It doesn't need to know how hard it needs to grab it, if that makes any sense. And that's more manual dexterity. But
Oh,
that was my only thing about this thing that I skimmed through it. He didn't really mention it at all. Anyways, thought that was a really cool post. Definitely worth looking into if you're interested in robots and stuff. I still think the trash can robots are going to be the first thing, to be honest.
trash can robots?
Yeah, I think we're just going to have like trash can robots, just like
You like throw
I
something
mean, we
into
already
the
have
middle
them
of the
on
room
the,
and it
we
like
already have
catches
them on
it.
the street. They just drive on the sidewalk. They deliver food. So
Oh,
I
but
think,
you should be carrying trash instead.
no, I mean like they'll be shaped like trash cans, kind of
Oh,
like
I
R2D2.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're talking about shape. I thought you were talking about like, yeah, like that's the main problem we need solved is robotic
No,
trash cans.
I just call them trash can robots because they look like trash can robots.
Have you ever gotten a food delivery from one of those?
No.
But Disney World does have trash can robots, like trash cans that move around.
No.
Oh, I haven't seen
For
those.
Tomorrowland.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think we'll see those. I think that'll be cool. Anyway, that was the last one there, and then the other ones were my picks. This one, let's go with some fun stuff first. So this was Runster release. It's a version 1.2.5. This was pretty amazing. I was talking to Hustle this week, but he finally got teams in there from different areas of the world. He has Bitcoin Akasi, Bitcoin. Is that Isla?
Gila.
Bitcoin District, Bitcoin Yucatan, Bitcoin Veterans, and he just started season 2 for his season 2 campaign this week. So I just wanted to share that. But yeah, he's been killing it. He's been doing a lot of updates, and he's supposed to be adding watch support at some point.
Oh, Apple Watch. Man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
The other thing was this was from Max Hilbrand. He shared this post called "The Quiet Departure." I don't know if you ever saw. I don't know if you read through this, but he was basically talking about how we need a bit of parallel Bitcoin economy, and it's a pretty inspirational read. Like if you want to get pumped for your day, it's definitely worth reading. I thought it was a really cool post, just about self-sovereignty and about privacy and about protocols, open protocols, and about what makes Bitcoin and why it's inevitable. But really good stuff. Did you read this, Keyan?
No, I mean, I felt like it was like preaching to the choir a bit. So I just felt like I didn't. It's probably great for a non-Bitcoiner, or someone who is like their faith in Bitcoin is shaking or whatever. I think that might be useful there. But well, at least to the extent that I read it. Again, I didn't read it, but I started reading it. And it's like, yeah, Bitcoin is great. And yeah, that's all I got.
And then the next one I want to share, which was this one's crazy. So this one got shared by Aeneas. It's about pig butchering scam. I don't know if you know what a pig butchering scam is. Do you know what a pig butchering scam is?
I forget. At one point I learned because
All right,
I
I'm
could
gonna pull it up here. So pig butchering scams are a type of investment fraud with a romance part element. Extremely sophisticated operations being perpetrated by organized crime groups overseas. They use specific scripts using social engineering tactics. They often use human trafficking to drive these operations, forcing people to work these scams using violence. The criminals behind these scams refer to their victims as pigs, the social media platforms as pig pens, and the scripts used as pig feed. The scammers see themselves as the butchers, hence the term pig butchering. And then it goes through all the things that you would find yourself if you were being butchered. What's fascinating is this one. So this one was shared by Aeneas. Um, he basically said this was shared on Bitcoin News, but he said this week a deeply sad story circulated on X about a Bitcoiner who fell victim to a pig butchering scam. His Bitcoin advisor enabled him to send his entire Bitcoin balance held in multi-sig setup with BTC advisor and Unchained to a scammer, a woman he believed he loved, in the hope that she would help him double his money. And then he shows it here, like the conversation, but it's pretty incredible. I don't know if you can't read the bottom because you're right there, but she basically says at the bottom, she goes, "Sorry about everything. The world we live in isn't fair, and everyone is trying to feed themselves and their own, no matter what it takes. You were really a nice person. Hope the God you pray will bless you in other way. Have a good life!" Exclamation point. That's how she stopped talking to him. Pretty brutal stuff.
Well, at least she didn't ghost him, right? Like she, yeah, like she, I don't know. Seems like a pretty nice scammer.
Yeah. What do you think about this one, Q?
It sounds awful, and
Terrible, right?
yeah. Especially if it's real. I don't know if it's real, but we should assume it's real because why would it be like that?
Yeah, it was recorded by Bitcoin News, so I figured it was real.
I don't know. It seemed reported on the basis that it circulated a lot on X, which we've shown is not really a great standard. But yeah, it sucks to get scammed. It's really hard. I think don't fall in love with someone over DMs. Yeah, that's one piece of advice I'd give. The other is one rule that I try to live by is no one likes you. And that's really effective at defending yourself against pig butchering scams. So,
That's a disturbing point of view.
but I haven't been pig butchered. So, anyway, that's what those are. If something, yeah, I don't. It's hard to give advice on this kind of stuff because I think the people that fall victims to some of these scams, they either have a very elaborate setup that would work on a lot of people, or they have like an emotional button that the scammers are experts at pressing. And so I can't tell you to not have that button, really. Best thing to do is not respond to anonymous messages.
Yeah, definitely not. Tough one to hear, but I figured I'd share it just in case stackers were never heard of pig butchering. And then the other one was actually that's it. We're gonna jump into Pleb Poet's zine. So Pleb Poet released a zine right here. It's called 2025
Did.
Warped.
Thank you. Yes, here it is. And it's number 40. And look at that. That may look a little bit familiar because each zine is different, but I'm kind of reusing a few elements that I've used before that have been really nice. And you get some fireworks because it's New Year's. And check it out, a list of everyone that made commits this year to Stacker.News.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
And we're looking at the first page, and then in the next few pages I've got more stats like that, like the top posts of the year by sats, and then the top stackers are there as well. Yep. By number, by items. So that's kind of surprising. I don't know if anybody's looked at that in a while, but it maybe wasn't what you thought.
Is this kind of like you're doing like a kind of
review?
Review? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that was the extent of it. And then there's 3 posts from this week that were kind of cool. One of them being my own, but really Socks. Let's let Socks' light shine for a minute, I thought. And he has some cool things to say. He's really a good writer. I think he gets down on himself about English, but I think it's great.
His English seemed pretty good with me when I was talking to him.
And then that airline pilot story is in here too, because I thought that was pretty cool. So that's gonna live on in the zine form. The memes, they're terrible and nobody zapped them, but that's okay. They're still here. Well, the bot changed. It's not a bounty anymore. So memes are disincentivized, and that's because they kind of suck in general, I think. But you guys still have fun. I don't really like memes in general. I'm not a meme person. They're not for me, I don't think.
It's like Web 2.0 slop.
It's slop for sure. I mean, sometimes, like, I liked memes when I was 16 on Tumblr. That was fun.
It's internet slop. Coob.
I feel like there's a real artistry to memes, and I don't know.
It's because you grew up with memes, or grew up with.
Monday memes. Meme Monday.
Okay, prove us wrong about memes.
Really cool stuff. The other one was this one, the one that you did with Socks, the interview.
Yeah.
What was it like interviewing him?
Well, we facilitated it just over text messages, which is not my favorite way, but it just happened to work out the best because there was a lot going on this week with the holidays. So, I feel like this is pretty much part 1 of my interview with Socks. I would like to do a part 2, where we get to, at least do it in person and then come back to you guys. And I asked stackers for questions. I didn't this time, but yeah, part 2 we can do that. But yeah, I feel like everybody was happy to hear from Socks today, and sharing the love. So yeah, we wanna hear more.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think for most people, Socks is is like a kind of a hidden member of Stacker.News. They participate on Stacker.News, but not a whole lot. So I think this is cool to let people see Socks. I hadn't really thought about that because I know Socks, and we all know Socks, but yeah, the Stackers probably have not much connection with him yet.
Right.
So
Yeah. Socks is really cool, dude.
he is very cool.
Cool stuff. I thought this was interesting what he said here about Stacker.News. I said it earlier. It was he goes, robot human moderators felt a thing of the past, but for the fact that someone has to put their money where their mouth is, bum, and that every stacker is actually a moderator thanks to down zaps. My first impression is actually disbelief. How could a concept this crazy even work? But it works. But that was some really good insight. What do you think about that, Goob?
Yeah. Yeah, money's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's useful for doing stuff.
Blockchain Book says, we love you, Socks. Thank you to the rando Minecraft player for giving you inspiration. Nope.
Did you guys get my little pun there at the top? Socks so good, we only need one.
I did, but it took me a second.
I didn't get it.
Socks.
One pair. She means one
Socks
pair.
is plural, right?
Yeah.
SOCKS. But we have one Socks. SOX. No. That's how you get to do a pun. Because the words are not exactly similar, but they sound similar. Yeah, that's not a real phrase. It's my joke.
I have 2 feet still. That's kind of the way I. Anyway.
Did you
No,
mean
but it
one
is a
pair or
cool
one
pun.
socks?
Huh? Yeah, maybe a sock. It's
sock is so good.
just one sock.
Only need one. Like, imagine it's so good, both of your feet can fit into it.
Sometimes I wake up with one
But
pair.
it's a bad sock because they would just strip.
Yeah. Sometimes I wake up with one sock. Sometimes.
You go to sleep with socks on?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, that's like.
Keep me warm. But sometimes I wake up with one sock and I'm like, how did they pull off? How did one come off? But it just happens.
Yeah, maybe it's like one of your neighbors came and took it off.
Or yeah, who knows?
Goblin at the end of your bed.
Cool stuff. I think Yeah, I think that's everything, right? Yeah, that's everything.
Wow.
I just want to share this with Keyan to show that I was right. Let me see if I can find it. Paste this right here.
Wow.
So let's see if I can hit enter there. Right here. Sure says it right there.
Oh, this slop overview.
There
of
are
what it
no
said?
actual spaceships confirmed coming to Harvard, but Harvard professor A.V. Loeb is heavily involved in speculating that the interstellar object might be alien technology due to its unusual jets and trajectory. Boom.
You
Your
said,
face.
but you said he was declaring it alien technology. It was certainly alien. That's what I was saying.
Roll the tape back. I don't think
Oh,
it's
okay, now you need to do research. Now you do research on the earlier part of
I'm
the
just
episode.
saying
The
this was the
claims he
only
said.
fool out there that was saying this was aliens.
Mm.
But
Can you pronounce that word down there? Similar to
Mao.
speculation about.
Mao.
this is Google slop. I mean, this might be pretty good slop, right?
No, I don't think Google. I think slop is slop so far. I think slop will get a lot better, and it'll be better than humans, and then we'll have no reason to exist.
I think the
socially.
video stuff will get better 100%. Like that's not going to be like that forever. It's just going to take some really good people to get their hands on it. So I'm not too worried about the video stuff. I think that'll handle itself. We got a lot of comments. I don't know if you want to go through these. Most
What
of
did we
them
get comments
were
on?
about your best friend. But yeah, we got shared on Bitcoin archive or Bitcoin University, and then so our channel blew up, and they started watching the David Bailey stuff, and then they all came in calling him a affinity scammer and stuff. So that got shared. So check out the comments. You got anything to say about that, Keyan?
I'm surprised that we got that anyone watched our videos.
You're like, I'm surprised.
I am surprised. I'm surprised that anyone watched.
I'm not surprised.
Once they hit play, I'm surprised. I want to see like the viewer. You know how they can show you the viewer graph. I bet it's like massive drop off. But yeah, I think that's cool that someone else shared the video. It was neat that we had Bailey on. And Bailey,
and he admitted to being a scam. Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, I don't. That's not what happened, but I like that he came on the show and we were able to talk to him. That gave us this opportunity to be shared with someone else.
There was that definitely for sure.
Bailey's the real draw. Unsubscribe from this channel if you accidentally hit that button.
He is subscribed.
Just double check.
I was surprised. I think the only thing that was surprising to me was that it took 6 months for somebody to find it. It's like recorded that like 6 months ago, and then they just barely found it.
That's true. I was
like, dang, where's everybody been? That means we're like 6 months ahead. That's what that means.
I don't know. Yeah, I was surprised it didn't get shared more once it released. I was like, oh no, this is gonna be bad, because like it was kind of uncomfortable, the whole thing, and it's like, oh no, this, like a lot of people are gonna see it. It's gonna be extra uncomfortable, and then it just kind of faded.
You gotta hug that uncomfortability and make it your own, and then turn it into a warm blanket. That's what I do. Whenever it's uncomfortable, just lean into it. It feels great. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Lean into that uncomfortability. That's what I say. The other ones were from Fountain. Open Mike says Boxing Day Zap car. Yeah, I still don't know what Boxing Day is. And then Undisciplined said, what happened to the top comment segment? Keyan kicked it out because he said it took too long to go through it. So that's what happened to that.
Oh, cool. Well, we could start the top comment segment again. I think Carr's been the one who's calling the herd of the podcast. So
I used to love doing the top. I used to do the top comments, top snackers, and top cowboys. That was what I used to do, if I remember. But we stopped doing it.
Okay, if you want to do top comments, we can do top.
We can do top comments, but you know, I think the real reason you wanted to stop doing it was because they were getting pretty spicy. But
no, I think it felt like it was overloading the show with stuff, with just kind of like, we're going to a comments now. But we could do it.
Zipping through them pretty.
If you want to do it, we could do it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if other stackers agree. We can do it next week. Let's jump into the top Cowboys. Where's the Cowboys at? Oh, there it goes. And then you go here. Top Cowboys. You gonna wear your hat?
All right, my bad. I just recalled that you had your movie thing and we didn't go over it. Maybe we can go over it.
Oh, do you want to go over it? Okay, we can go over it.
If you would like to, yeah.
I didn't think it was
I think
that
you
important.
teased it like last week too.
Okay, we can go over it. We also have Coop Number 2, Undisciplined, Blockchain, Gray Ruby, usual suspects in the top 10. It starts getting interesting once we get to 14. We got Wumble at 14, TN Stacker, End of the Mic, Elvis Mercury, Winter Yeti. Looks like Winter Yeti's kind of taking the reins as far as posting stuff here. Have you noticed that?
They post a lot of scattered news,
Yeah.
which is nice, especially when
Apparently, Winter
not a
Yeti's
lot of
into
other
pizza.
people. He likes pizza and
Yetis.
yeah.
And then Billy the Kid, Real Bitcoin Doggy. Yeah, pretty much it. Anything here stand out?
Not in particular. I don't see much movement, and I don't know of any big cowboys losing their hats, but
Yeah, number 1 still in hiding. We'll never know.
It can happen any day.
Cool. Let's jump into. You said you want to do the top 10? You could do it. Here,
Yeah,
let's see here.
I wanted you to do a video version of your
What?
post.
So I dropped this yesterday. Top 10 movies I watched at 25. What did I? Yeah, I really don't have any thoughts. I mean, I put them all in here. I thought it was very thorough, like I do with whenever I drop posts. But check it out if you want to know what I thought was a really good
Well, what
list.
wouldn't like?
I put the terrible ones. This is my. I thought the ones were terrible. Long Walk I thought was terrible. Mission Possible I thought was just a disappointment. I walked away crying. Black Bag I thought it was just bland.
Was Black Bag the?
It's like a CIA movie.
Okay.
And then The Ballerina, I saw that one. That was just it was a hard watch, man. Pobrecita. She shouldn't be
Wow.
doing action like that.
That's from the people that did the Wick movies.
Yeah, so bad.
Oh, really? I thought it'd be
and
good.
then I haven't watched F1 or Frankenstein or Mighty Supreme. Mainly just because like Apple TV doesn't have F1, and then Frankenstein. I don't have Netflix.
That's a new one, right? The new
And then
Frankenstein.
Mighty Supreme. I don't want to watch a table tennis movie. That's just dumb.
Wait, I thought you said it.
I mean,
you were looking forward to
I
it.
want to watch it, but at the same time, I was like, this looks stupid. Like I can't sit through 2 hours of table tennis.
Where did the 28 years later land?
28 years later landed on number 5.
Okay.
You want to talk about this one? You didn't like it?
Well, I was 28 years later. I was so excited for it, and then really enjoyed the first half. It felt like it fell apart in the last half.
Okay.
What did you think? What did you think about the ending?
Me or Keyan?
I didn't watch that. I haven't seen a movie in 6 months.
Yeah, what did you think, Car? I mean, without spoiling it. Hello. So you see it, yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Now I know
They
how
can
Smell bad.
What did I think about it? I actually thought it was...
Yeah, like it was okay without spoiling it. Right, it was one of the most random, out of nowhere
The
endings
last scene.
of all time.
Yeah, that's why I put that at the bottom. I was like, I didn't like the last scene, the twist at the end, because it was just so weird. It was so out of place. But I think they were setting up the second movie. That was my kind of gist when I left. I was like, oh, they're setting up a sequel. And it was so unnecessary because I felt like it was such a great movie. To me though, Austin, like it's not better than part 1, obviously, but it was better than part 2 for sure. That's why I liked it. Was like it was a return to part 1 in a sense.
For sure. Yeah, there's a lot I liked about it. It just felt like the movie was setting up to be this really engaging, action-packed experience, and then it just ended up being like a little bit of like a nuanced emotional experience that didn't totally vibe with me. Then very weird ending, but
I think that's why I liked it. I think I liked it because it had a little
course.
humanity in there. But the first one, I think it had that same humanity, but it ended so strong. I think that was probably why the first one did so well.
yeah. But also really liked Weapons. That's one
Oh,
thing
you
I
saw Weapons? What did you think of that one?
Dude, that was great. It was like a just it wasn't an amazingly unique horror movie, but the way that it plays out is surprising and novel. So it's just like, wow, easy 8, 9 out of 10 for me is like,
It's
great
nothing
idea
like you've
for a
ever
horror
seen,
movie,
right?
surprising, scary, kept me on the edge of my seat.
This one freaked me out, dude. This is when I knew I was watching something like, oh, I was like, oh no, we're in it, aren't we? Look at this This is creepy as.
I love this.
Yeah, this is bad. But this is when I knew I was like, this is not normal. Look. I just get exposed watching it. Oh. Oh man. Yeah. That's pretty bad.
And this one, unlike 28 Years, has an amazing ending.
Oh yeah, it does.
Just like you're like, there's no other way this could have ended. It's perfect.
Look at the way she's walking. Look at that. Isn't that creepy, dude? Like when I saw that, I was like, oh no.
Some people walk like
But and then you're like, oh, she's not gonna be able to get it. Then you hear the back door open. You're like, oh crap. Yeah, it's I don't want to give anything away, but yeah.
It's that
Did you
trank,
see
man.
this? Have you
Messes
seen
you
this
up.
yet? Have you seen this yet?
No.
Dude, this movie's freaking legit.
I like that guy though, Jesse.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Clemens. Yeah, I like him. He's the best part of the movie for me personally. He's so good, and she's so crazy, but it works. Like, yeah, it just works on so many levels. But yeah, he's him and that other guy that's with him. He has autism. Like his cousin that he's with has autism, and so the whole movie you're watching this guy who has autism talk to this other guy who's like really intelligent, but just out there. And so they're like, they like plot to take this woman, and then like everything kind of unfolds. But it's such a great movie because apparently the guy who played the autistic kid was like not really an actor. That guy back there, if you can see him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty good. Anyways.
Nice. Got the green screen back.
Yeah.
It's a nice viewer experience, huh? Except for when I'm halfway through it.
Yeah, there's also some artifact on it right now.
It's not perfect, but
Yeah,
we'll get there. Cool. That's that was all the posts that we had this week. Stacker.News Live.
Oh man.
Keyan, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, I think I got the light from my plants.
Is that what that is?
I think that's in that box. So that'll be my big thing, my big party. We'll be putting that in. I don't know. I think I'm also going to make rice this weekend. How about it?
Like sticky rice?
Round of applause. Yeah, I'm going to try to make rice. I haven't made, I bought a used rice cooker. I'm going to try to make rice.
Oh, dude, you should make sushi then.
I'm going to try to make sushi rice.
Wow.
I'm not gonna
Let me
try
know
to-
how that goes.
It's from what I can tell, it's pretty easy.
Are you watching videos or something? And is that how you're gonna do it?
Yeah, I shared a video that I found on YouTube about sushi rice like a week or two ago because I was curious because that's like the main attraction for most sushi.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff is kind of secondary.
Gosh, that'd be so cool if you could make sushi.
Yeah. There's a
you-
great the video that I shared. The guy has a whole YouTube channel. It's really easy. He buys fish from Costco. Apparently
Like
they
he's
have
able to use it as sashimi and stuff.
Yeah, he's a
Interesting.
he's a guy who knows what he's talking about. And I grew up with or I went to college with a guy whose dad ran fisheries, and that's where they'd eat sashimi that they made at home from Costco fish because it's farmed fish, and so the environment is super controlled, so it doesn't have parasites. Yada yada. Yeah, you can make it yourself, dude.
Maybe we could do sushi night.
We could try a sushi night.
Man, that'd be crazy if you learned how to be a sushi chef.
You don't even really got to be again, it's mostly the rice. You get the rice good. Everything else is easy. You buy the
'Cause you
fish.
just put that on top, and then what's that other? But they do the whole thing where they do it's like one thing that they do on the rice, and then they put it on top to stick. What sauce is that? 'Cause I've seen them do it.
I don't think it's sauce. I would guess it might be.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's
wa-
kind of a brown type of, or it looks like brine almost. It's like they get the sticky rice, right? And then they
Yeah.
put like some kind of brine on top, and then they put the fish. Or maybe they put the fish and then they put that.
I would guess it's probably like some kind of soy sauce. It's just like adding a little bit of salt to the
Dude.
whole thing. But the sushi rice is pretty simple. It's just white rice, short grain white rice with rice vinegar, sugar and a little bit of salt. That's really it. That's all that sushi rice is, and that's what makes it taste super delicious.
Wow. Is sushi rice good for you or no?
It's about as good as eating any rice is, just about. Yeah, and rice is just another carbohydrate. So I imagine it's like eating a piece of bread of similar caloric count.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Hopefully you're not making this up.
No, I'm serious. I bought a rice cooker. It's in my office. I
Wow.
got it delivered here. I'm gonna make.
When are you gonna do it? Are you doing it this weekend? You're gonna do it this
I'm
weekend?
gonna do it probably tonight.
Oh wow.
It's just right. I'm just making.
But
rice.
you're not gonna do the fish yet.
I have like canned sardines. I'll probably eat it with canned sardines.
Oh, so you're gonna try it separately, and then
I'm not trying to. My goal isn't to make sushi. It's just to make sushi rice.
But eventually you're gonna get there, though.
I don't think I have plans to make sushi. I mostly just want to see if I can recreate the rice, and then I might eventually do something with it. But
Yeah.
I'm mostly interested in more like bowls, because like occasionally I'll crave sushi, but it's expensive. So how can I create a bowl that satisfies my sushi urges, but only cost me $10?
So you would basically just
40.
get just like rice, and then you'd put like a bulgogi or something, or meat or something.
Whatever, just add whatever meat I want to it, or like if I was craving sushi, I'd add like nori, like nori paste or natto. You know, like I would add all the flavors that are typically present in sushi without having to buy a $15 roll.
Yeah, it could get pretty expensive.
Yeah. Anyway, those are my big plans.
Dude, that's awesome. That
Yeah.
sounds really good.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know how it goes. How about you? What are you doing this weekend?
I think I have some work to get done, so I have a lot of work to get done tomorrow. And I think that's pretty much it. And then the new year starts, or the new year has already started, but
Yeah.
and after that, it's just off to the races.
Yeah. You seem pretty busy already.
Yeah, it was pretty busy. I had to push the podcast 30
Well,
minutes, but
everyone can look forward to a bunch of car output this year.
we'll see.
Based on the pace you're keeping now.
We'll see. Cool stuff. Stackers, have yourself a great weekend. Keyan.
Zap.